Want to do a special shout out on this video to my middle daughter and her boyfriend. They let me borrow their brand new camera to see if it would allow me to produce higher quality videos. They took my older camera with them on vacation without hesitation. Thank you so much. I have all the clamps I need, said no woodworker ever. When it comes to buying clamps, the question isn't only which ones will I need, it is also how many. As a woodworker, purchasing more clamps will become second nature. Every clamp you purchase will have a primary use, but can also be utilized a bunch of different secondary ways. So let's dive in and discuss the different types of clamps you would benefit from having at your disposal. The pistol grip quick release clamp. These clamps will see a lot of action. I call these my third hand. These clamps are quickly activated and will be used a lot to secure a piece of wood for sawing or holding two pieces together while you fasten them with screws. These larger pistol grip quick clamps work pretty well as a clamping mechanism, but they are phenomenal as a spreader. By unlocking the end piece and moving it to the other side and locking it in place, this clamp can now be used as a spreader. This is a 90-degree clamp, kind of self-explanatory, but when it comes to making frames, these are a necessity. The C-clamp. This is a pretty common clamp. They are adjusted by a screw mechanism to create the pressure. I use a lot of these to place culls on my tabletops to help create a nice flat surface. When it comes to the F clamp, you'll want to spend the extra dollars to get the ones with the heavier duty bars. If you go cheap with the thinner bars, you will quickly notice that when you are clamping your project, the bar will have a lot of bend or bow in it. This will take away from the clamping pressure and cause the force of the clamp to pull up or down on the project. K-clamps. I currently don't have any of these, but these can also be used for culling a tabletop. They are also very beneficial when used as the top clamp for a thinner table or bench top. If you are gluing a piece of wood that needs to be bent while it is drying, the K-clamps will come in very handy for that. Bar clamps will be a great choice for gluing edges together. These will work either as the base for gluing or applying the top pressure. I also utilize these to hold the cross support on my table legs so I can tighten my pocket screws. They not only hold it in place, but it also gives me a nice flush surface to square up my cross piece to the legs. Last, but certainly not least, the pipe clamps. These will quickly become the backbone of your woodworking. You will start with purchasing the clamping portion, then head over to plumbing and buy the 3/4 inch black pipe. Since most of the stores have the capability to cut your pipe, it is completely up to you what size you want your clamps to be. I currently have 4 cut at 5 feet and 3 cut at 10 feet. I can use these as the base or top when gluing edges together. But if I wanted to add a breadboard end or some sort of edging to my 6 or 8 foot tables, these clamps will be your go-to. Let me say something here before I recommend a line of clamps. I am not sponsored in any way. If you choose the clamps I recommend, I do not get any type of kickback. With that said, I'm a big fan of the Bessie line of clamps. I will put a link in the description for the clamps that I have recommended. I will also include links to the She Didn't Want It woodworking website and Facebook page if you want to check them out. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments section, and I will get to them as soon as I can. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of new episodes as they become available. If you are just learning the woodworking hobby, check out my Woodworking for Beginners video series. Until next time, keep it safe.